go to the catering? Two or three. And the others cooking. But then where the others, Devadatta and all, went to? Kitchen lunch cooking. He's cooking lunch for the what? His catering. Why so many lunch? Because there are 8 items to make. Most of it is not only rice, dal, sabji, only that. Rice, dal, sabji. Other items are all not. It's still because of putting rotis and still. What about Ajay Gauranga? Ajay Gauranga has just gone for kitchen. He went to drop it off. Breakfast, yeah. So, and the other boy from, he also went. Sorry? Ashok. Bajahari? Cooking breakfast. No, he was not cooking breakfast. Then? I think they are cooking for you. They'll check on that. So, it's a very interesting, come nearer. It's a very interesting subject here. It's about why Krishna is stopping the demigod worship. Yeah? So his father was preparing to do the Indra Puja. And Krishna said, you don't have to do this. So you can see demigod worship has been introduced mainly, as Krishna says in this Bhagavad Gita. Hello, you're working it out? 412. Can you change this direction? I can see also. Yeah. Yeah, go there. So you can see here in this verse, can you go to the Sanskrit? Chant the Sanskrit. Kamshanta karmanam siddhim. Kanchata karmana siddhim. Yajanta iha devata. Chipram he manusya loke. Siddhi bhavati karmaja. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. See that? So why you worship demigods? Because demigods can give you the desired what? Blessing for your fruitive result. Fruitive means karma. Understand? So if anybody wants to get material benefits, like big house, good wife, money, all these things, they go and worship the demigod. And very quickly they get the result also. It's not that they don't get result. In one sense, the demigod worship is better than atheism. Atheism is Gnostic.
Not very good, because you become an atheist, then you punish severely in hell. Do you know that? You know that if you become an atheist, you know what is atheist? One who don't believe in God. They is called an atheist. And in hell they get the worst punishment. You know? So in order to uplift that kind of thinking, demigod worship is higher. So when a person worships the demigods, then he gets resolved. Then he is made to understand that there is a higher being. Not necessarily he is, thinking that everything is nothing and no God, no, yeah. So when they worship, they get the result, then their faith will uplift them. Understand? But this can only give you material benefits. For example, if you worship the demigods, you can get material benefit in this life, and then when you die, you go to the planet of the demigods. You understand? So when you go to the planet of demigods, when your party is finished, again you have to come back. That is different. So demigod worship is not very encouraged by Lord Krishna, because only those who are materialistically inclined, they do that. And another thing is that when you worship demigods, you don't develop a change in character. You understand? In fact, those who worship demigods, they become even more demonic, you know. You follow? It's explained here in this verse. 10:88. Got it? Eleven. 10:88, 11. Can you read?
Because I am difficult to worship, people generally avoid me and instead worship other deities who are quickly satisfied. When people receive kingly opulences from these deities, they become arrogant, intoxicated with pride, and neglectful of their duties. They dare to offend even the demigods who bestowed benedictions upon them.
Then, they don't get any good qualities. It says here, become arrogant, intoxicated with pride, and neglectful of their duty. In other words, they become demonic. They become. So you see how demigod worship, that's why is not encouraged at all by Lord Krishna. You know where it says? Nine 23.
Who actually did not worship even Brahma and Shiva also.
Demigod worship is Brahma and Shiva. All. There are 330 crore demigods. And Brahma and Shiva are like primary demigods. Understand? So those who are devoted of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. So that means Krishna is not encouraging this demigod worship. Yeah? It's alright.
Suppose we cannot went to Bengaluru, so Shiva temple.
Not that we cannot go, we can go, but we must understand that what's the position of Lord Shiva. Of course, we don't worship, but doesn't mean that we disrespect. That's not a fact. We don't disrespect them. You know, I think the verse is there in 22:119, I think. Madhya. The demigod, the devotee should not worship demigods, nor should he disrespect them. So yes, we don't worship them, but we bow down even to to an ant also, no? Because Krishna is in their heart, correct? So what's wrong in going there and bowing down to the demigod? There's nothing wrong. But we don't accept them as same level as Krishna, no. That we cannot do. Can you go? 18:116.
Lord Shiva is always chanting.
Yes.
Chanting to Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Shiva.
No. You see here. Can you read this?
A person who considers demigods like Brahma and Shiva to be on an equal level with Narayana is to consider an offender or partial deed.
So you cannot worship them. Can you go? Hello? 19:168.
A pure devotee must not cherish any desire other than to serve Krishna. He should not offer worship to the demigods or to mundane personalities. He should not cultivate artificial knowledge which is devoid of Krishna consciousness, and he should not engage himself in anything other than Krishna conscious activities. One must engage all one's purified senses in the service of the Lord. This is the favorable execution of Krishna conscious activities.
Then you should not worship anybody but Krishna. Understand this point? So how we understand our Lord Shiva? We go and bow down, but we understand him in this way. Can you go? Kshiram yatadadi vikara vishesa yogan samjayatena tutata pradagasti hetu. Hello? Got it? Got it? So you see, can you chant it?
Śrīram yatha dadhivikāra vishesha yogat jayate nahi tatam pratagasti hetu yasham dutam api tatha samupaiti kāryāt govindamāni puruṣam namaham bhajāmi. Just as milk is transformed into curd by the action of acids, but yet the effect curd is neither same as nor different from its cause, which is milk. So I adore the primal Lord Govinda, of whom the state of Shambhu is a transformation for the performance of the work of destruction.
So you understand this verse? You understand here? So when we go and bow down to Lord Shiva, we understand that he is actually servant of Krishna. You follow? We don't think that we are bowing down to, God. No. That's why he says in this verse, Govindam Adi Purusham Samaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, but I accept Lord Shiva as like yogurt, and Krishna is milk. From yogurt you get milk. From milk you get yogurt, but from yogurt you cannot get milk. You follow? So that is why the relationship of Lord Shiva is in that understanding. He is a powerful person, no doubt, but he is not God, that's not acceptable. Neither he can help you to go back to the spiritual world also. He cannot. You understand? So Lord Shiva says here, hello, 7:14. Bhagavad Gita, go to the purport right at the end. 14.
Yeah,
See, Mukti Pradataha, Lord Shiva says, Mukti Pradata Sarvesham Vishnu Eva na samsara. There is no doubt that Vishnu is the deliverer of liberation for everyone. Lord Shiva cannot give liberation. Not any demigod can give liberation. You know, can you go 10:51? I think 12 or 14. 10, 12, I think. Let me see. Go down some more. Office table. Yeah. Okay, here, see this? 20. All good fortune to you. Now please choose a benediction from us. Anything but liberation, since only the infallible Supreme Lord Vishnu can bestow that. The demigod is saying, yeah, we can give anything you want, we can, but mukti we cannot give you. Only Vishnu can give you. Go to the Sanskrit. Varam Brishneswa Badram te rite kaivalyam adjanaha. Eka Ishwarasya tasya. Eka Ishwarasya tasya. That means only one person. Who is that? Bhagavan Vishnu Avyaya. Only Krishna or Vishnu can give a moksha. Demigods cannot give you moksha. And you go to them, you get this material benefit, but they are temporary. 7:23. Antavatu palatesham. Antavatu palatesham tad bhakti alpa medasham. Deva deva yajo yanti mat bhakta yanti mamapi. Man of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigod go to the planet of the demigod, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. So the difference. Yes? You understand? Worship of demigod, they reserve the one. Those who have alpameda, means those who got small brains, they worship. Here it is says as alpameda. Alpameda means little intelligence. And then the result is also temporary. And then you go to the planet of demigod, then your piety is finished, again you come down. What's the point? What's the point? Good to do, just go there and then come back here. And you go to heavenly, there's also, can you go 11:3:20? 11:3:20. 11:3:20. You got 11:3:20. One cannot find permanent happiness even on the heavenly planet, which one can attain in the next life by ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifice. Even in material heaven, the living entity is disturbed by rivalry with his equal and envy of those superior to him. And since one's residence in heaven is finished with the exhaustion of pious activities, the denizens of heaven are inflicted by fear, anticipating the destruction of their heavenly life. Thus they resemble kings who, though enviously admired by ordinary citizens, are constantly harassed by enemy kings and who therefore never attain real happiness. Is it? Even in heaven? Not that you go to heaven, you're going to be very happy. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of. Understand? Yeah, of course, your enjoyment is more than here, millions of times better. But you got still all these things there. So anyone who's intelligent, they will not go and worship demigods. Yes? Understand? That's why Krishna says, don't go to them. What is that they can give you that I cannot give you? Actually, he said, whatever you're getting from them is coming only through me. Huh? You understand? 722. See that? Endeavor, such failure endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtain his desire, but in actuality these benefits are bestowed by me alone. I am giving you, but through the demigod. So why not go directly to Krishna? That's why Krishna says this. 2, 3, 10. 2, 3, 10. See, Krishna says, Akama sarvakamo va. Akama means you don't have a desire. Sarvakama means you got so much material desire. Moksha kama means you want to get moksha. Udaradi. Trivena bhakti yogena yajate purusham param. Even you want all this, you come to me, Krishna says. Go read. A person who has a broader intelligence, that's now he has got people who have got no intelligence. Here people who have got good intelligence, whether he is full of material desire, without any material desire, or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the Supreme Host, the personality of God. You understand this? So why are you going to the demigod? That's why Krishna did this pastime. He stopped the Indra Puja, upset Indra. And Indra poured rain, disturbing. But Krishna lifted up Govardhan. Let me see your power. And just with the little finger, he carried the whole Govardhan for 7 days. Why? He think he don't even have to carry, for him, he got so many mystic power, he can do anything. But to show that, look, I am not the same as demigods. Demigods are nothing. After that, Indra came and apologized. What to speak of Indra? Even Brahma came and apologized. You understand? Yes. Krishna is not an ordinary person. He is Supreme Person. That's why those who go and worship Krishna, Krishna doesn't like to give something again and again. 5, 19, 27. The Supreme Personality of Godhead fulfills the material desire of a devotee who approach him with such motives. But he does not bestow benediction upon the devotee that will curse him to demand more benediction again. However, the Lord willingly gives the devotee shelter at his own lotus feet, even though such a person does not aspire for it. And that shelter satisfies all his desires. That is the Supreme Personality Special mercy. You understand this point? So if you go to him and ask for material benefit, yeah, he will give one time too. But he won't want to give you all the time. In fact, he give you something higher. Surrender at his lotus feet. So once you get Krishna, then you don't want anything. Just like Guru Maharaj. He went there, you take out those 22:42. You want to chant this verse? You know how to chant in the meter?
Sthanabhilashi tapasi sthitoham Swam praptavan deva munindra guhyam Rajam vichinvan api divya ratnam Swami kritarthosmi varam nayache When he was being blessed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Dhruva Maharaj said, "Oh my Lord, because I was in an opulent material position, I was performing severe types of penance and austerity. Now I have gotten you, who are very difficult for the great demigods, saintly persons, and kings to attain. I was searching after a piece of glass, but instead I have found a most valuable jewel. Therefore, I am so satisfied that I do not wish to ask any gratitude."
See that? First he was thinking of all his material, a kingdom higher than his father, grandfather. But now that I sin, I don't want anything. So that means that when you get Krishna, you don't want anymore anything. You follow this point? 11:3:20. Sorry, 11:3:34. I'm 33. 32, 33.
Prabhu, in this called the name like Maharaj. Why is the name calling like this, Maharaj?
Maharaja address.
Calling Devadara Sangha also Maharaj.
No, the sannyasis are called holiness. A form of politely addressing His Holiness.
Yeah, His Holiness, but addressing like that, His Holiness, Devadara Sangha Maharaj.
Yeah, that's the
Maharaj.
yeah, that is the title given to the sannyasis. For the devotee ordinary, His grace. For the spiritual master, His divine grace. So like that they have some title. Understand? Polite way of speaking.
So Maharaj is a position.
Yeah, position. The position for the sannyasi.
Say that name Bhagavad implement. Maharaj, name Maharaj. Bhagavad implement or daily implement.
They are given that name when they take sannyas, no? Not they implement. Someone takes sannyas, then he is given this title. That is the respect for sannyasi. Understand? 42. No, what verse I said to you? 11:3. Yeah, 30, 32, 33. No, this is not the verse. 11, you get 11:20. 11:20, 32, 33. Why no light? How can there be no light? Yeah. Can you read?
Everything that can be achieved by fruitive activities penance, knowledge, detachment, mystic yoga, charity, religious duties, and all other means of perfecting life is easily achieved by my devotee through loving service unto me. If somehow or other my devotee desires promotion to heaven, liberation, or residence in my abode, he easily achieves such conditions.
See, for the devotee, all these things are very easily Krishna gives. Understand? But, verse.
Because my devotees possess saintly behavior and deep intelligence, they completely dedicate themselves to me and do not desire anything besides me. Indeed, even if I offer them liberation from birth and death, they do not accept.
See that? Because they only want Krishna. And they are not interested in all these other things, Although Krishna will give them also, but devotee, that's pure devotional service. You understand the difference? That's why Krishna said, you come to me and ask for material thing, I may give you 1 time, 2 times, but then I really will give you shelter at my lotus feet. So once you get Krishna, then you don't want anything else. You follow? Krishna is what? Topmost. You follow this point? And like now you are becoming a devotee. You're not interested in, you want to go become what? Big, what? Rich man. You want, you don't want. Because you know you get Krishna is much better than all these other things. Yes? You follow this point? Demigod worship is still in the modes of material nature. By worshipping demigod, you can go to the demigod place, and once you finish, again come back. But if you go to Krishna, you don't have to come back. 15:6. If you go to Krishna, there is no returning back. See, Krishna is saying, Sanskrit.
भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Yadgatva na nirvartante. Once going, then you don't return. Tad dhamma paramam, that is my place. Paramadam. Paramdam. You know that verse? Vishnu paramam padam pasyanti surya.
Om tat Vishnu paramam padam sada pasyanti surya.
Paramapadam, that is Rigveda, no? You know where the verse? Just do the search, you get it, no? So Vishnu's place is what? Yad-gatva na-nirvarte tad dhamma paramam mama. That's why this Rigveda, this mantra is there. Vishnu paramam padam. Vishnu's padam is param padam. It's not a temporary place, You got it?
I don't get the whole verse, only this first line.
Why like that? There's also the whole verse is there. Om tat Vishnu paramam padam tat pasyanti surya. Rig Veda, no? This is Rig Veda. Not quoted in full. So, okay, never mind. So, you see, Paramam Padam. Is that Paramam Padam means topmost place. There's a difference. So demigod's place is temporary. You go, you have to come back. But Padam, you go, you don't have to come back again. In fact, in that place also, there is no danger. Padam vipadam na tesham. There is no danger in the spiritual world. There is no birth, death, old age, disease. You follow this point? Huh? Whereas demigod, temporary. You go, you finish, you have to come back. 9:20. Chipram, not, what is that verse? Chine punya martya loka vishanti. You see that? No, next verse. See, chant.
एतं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालं क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रैधर्मम् अनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated births and deaths.
Okay. That's why the Vaishnavas, they don't worship demigods. You know the verse? Huh? They avoid this ghastly form of the demigod. 1, 2, you go to 1, no, 2, 1 I think. 2, 1, they don't want this ghastly, all the demigods are very fearful. Huh?
1:26.
Yeah, take out the one. See, they don't like to go and see all this form, very, what? Frightening. Is it not? Demigod is what? Very frightening, is it? Can you chant the verse? See the word mumukshuho, gora. Gora means what? Frightening. Rupam. Hitva bhuta patin ata. Bhuta patin. Narayana kalaha santa bhajante he ana suvayaha. Can you read the...
Those who are serious about liberation are certainly non-envious and they respect all. Yet, they reject the horrible and ghastly forms of the demigods and worship only the all blissful forms of Lord Vishnu and his plenary portions.
See that? Yeah, they don't want to worship this ghastly Gora Rupam. Huh? Correct? Huh? You see that? But then Narsimhadev was very ghastly. What's the difference then? You say the demigod is ghastly. Narsimha more. Why? Then why the thing is different? Tell me. Huh? What? 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 Very fearful. Nobody want to go near him. They send Prahlad. You go.
He is fearful only to the demons. But the devotees like Prahlad Maharaj are not fearful.
How you know? How you know? You say something, you must back up, no? How you know? He is fearful to the demon, but he is very dear to the devotee. Where? Hello? There is no such verse. Where? I want to know. Huh? Don't know. You say something you don't know. You must back up with Shastra, then yeah. Understand? That's why Prahlad said, I'm not frightened of your form. Your form. In fact, I'm not frightened of your, but I'm more frightened of your Maya. It's even more worse. Understand? That means Maya is so dangerous that Prahlad is saying, I am not frightened of your form, this ghastly form. But I am more frightened of that is there. But the Lord is very kind to his devotees. Right? That's why he says, Chipram bhavanti dharmatma, satsvat santi nigachate, kauntaya pratijane ma bhakta nashate. Krishna is always very dear to his devotees. You follow? The devotees are always in his heart, and he is in the heart of the devotee. He doesn't know anybody else but the devotee, and the devotee also don't know anything but him. So, the form of the Lord, whatever form the Lord exhibits, it is only pleasurable to the devotees. See? You understand this point? So the devotees are not frightened of anything about the Lord. In fact, they take it as pleasure or pastime. See why it is so? Because Prahlad Maharaj's father was killed. Now your father killed, you will go and Kalan the killer. Will you do that? Suppose someone is killing your father, you will buy some garland and put for him? Tell me. You won't do that. Yes, because he's killing my father. Yeah, but here Prahlad is garlanding. Why? Yeah, because it says here, they only worship the all blissful form of Lord Vishnu and his plenary portion. So this is how you must understand. The Lord is always all blissful. Even he come in the fearful form, he is what? All Sachit Ananda. You understand? But for the demons, Hiranyakasipu saw the Lord as what? Huh? Death. But Prahlad saw him as the Lord. Example is given in that, I think it's 4:12 somewhere, the cat and the mouse, and the cat and the kitten. You type kitten and you will go there. 4:12:13, huh? 30, huh? See, the kit. Hello, can go up a bit. In this connection, hello, go up some more. Where are you now? Maharaj took advantage of that present and put his feet on the head of that. People with poor fund or knowledge do not know the difference between the death of a devotee and that of non-devotee. In this regard, the connection, an example is given. A cat carries the kitten in his mouth and it also carries a rat in his mouth. Huh? Superficially, the catching of the rat and the kitten appear to be one and the same. But actually, they are not. When the cat catches the rat in its mouth, it means death for the rat. Whereas when the cat catches the kitten enjoys it. But the same mouth. Right? Correct? So the same personality, but for the devotee is what? Pleasure. But for the demons, just like the mouse, cat by the cat, you know he's going to die. Right? You understand? So the devotees, they They reject this ghastly form. In fact, Chitraketu, his prayers, he said, those who worship this demigods, they are animals. They were animals. 616, I think it's 48. I may be wrong. You can type the word animal when you go there. No, not this. No, you go, we type word animal when you go there. And then you go. Cannot do like this, no way. Hello, search, just search. Then you will see, all. $38. Not 48, 38. 616, 38. So you see here, again, O Lord, O supreme unintelligent person who thirsts for sense enjoyment and who worship various demigods are no better than animals in the human form of life. Hello? Huh? Because of their animalistic propensity, they fail to worship your Lordship. Instead, they worship insignificant demigods who are but small sparks of your glory. With the destruction of the entire universe, including the demigod, the benediction received from the demigods also vanish, just like nobility when a king is no longer in power. You understand this? Hello? Huh? That means you worship demigod. In another place, it is said that those who worship demigod, they are like witches. Even worse, next one, more worse. Huh? 24330. You type the word witch, you go there directly here, it's a long purport. So you see how, you got it? Huh? No, it's not Madhya. You go down some more, you can see you type the word witch, hello, you go there straight. No, go to 24330, you overshot. Yeah, okay, see? Now you see, a person who worships the demigods and gives up the Lord Vasudev is like a man who gives up the protection of his mother for the shelter of a witch. You know this word? So you see how demigod, then how to save them? Compassion must be there. They are going wrong way. No? How to save them? 2, 3, 11.
All the different kinds of worshippers of multi-demigods contain the highest perfection benediction, which is spontaneous attraction, unflinchingly fixed upon the supreme personality of Godhead, only by the association of the pure devotee of God.
Those who are demigod worshippers, the only way you can be saved is how? They go to the devotees. If they don't have devotee association, then demigod worship is condemned. You understand? They cannot develop good qualities. All is limited and temporary. Huh? Yes, and not, yeah, they will. But you upset them, they get very angry also. Lord Shiva, he easily pleased and easily displeased also. You understand? It's not necessary, you just go there, you get everything. Mess around, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. So therefore, in this class, that's why Krishna is saying, don't worship Indra. You worship the cow, worship the land. So, Namo Brahmanya Devaya go. Can you take out? I think it's 16th Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 16 Bhagavad Gita. So you see here, okay, chant.
Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanahitaya Cha Jagathitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. My Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and the brahmanas, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society and world.
So if you want to please the Lord, then these two things have to be the brahmanas and the cow. And of course, the place Govardhan. You follow? So cow worship is pleasing the Lord the most. If you worship the cow, you please the Lord. In fact, the word cow is before the Brahmana. This is the word. You are the well-wisher of the cow and the Brahmanas. So here you have 20 cows or something. Worshipping the cow, very powerful. Because the Lord is very pleased. And the Gomata is, you follow? Yeah. And the Brahmanas. Why the Brahmanas? Why? Can you go? I think it's 5. Huh?
Into the mouth of the devotees.
Yeah. Among no.
That was so. Into the mouth of the Brahmanas.
You go to 3 Antya, 3,222. Garuda Puran. Yeah? Purport. Yeah, you see this? Can you go up? Hello. See the different kinds of Brahmin. A Brahmana qualified to offer sacrifice is better than an ordinary Brahmana. And a better than such Brahmana is one who has studied all the Vedic. Among many such Brahmana, one who is a devotee of Lord Vishnu is the best. And among many such Vaishnava, one who is fully engaged in the service of the Lord is the. Is there a difference here? Huh? Go up to. There are many. Can you go up? Go up. Yeah. See here. Lord Krishna says, even if a non-devotee becomes a Brahmana family and is expert in studying Vedas, it's not very dear to me. Whereas even if a sincere devotee comes from a low family of meat eaters, it's very dear to me. Such a sincere, pure devotee should be given charity, for he is as worshipable as I. Understand? This is the way our line is different from this so-called, they are all trying to preach, make all these people Hindus. But he fails. Why he fails? Because from the lower background, like a Muslim or Christian, they join and become Hindu, but where are they going? They were still low class, right? But if they become devotee, immediately they become high class, topmost person. If he chants Krishna name. You understand? This is why our system of preaching includes everybody and they become very happy. Haridas Thakur is a Muslim. Huh? The topmost is an Acharya. Whereas you go the Hindu line, then you go and join, then what you become? They still say you Malacha, you stay that side. Outcast. Correct? That's why this Hindu religion preaching is failed. Cannot succeed. So, that's it, huh? Right. So try to understand the position of a devotee. A devotee has got how many qualities? Huh? Brahmana has got how many qualities first? 12. Huh? Can you go to the Brahmana qualification? I think it's 7, 9, 10 now. Purport. Purport. So here, hello. Down. Okay. So these are the 12 qualities of the Brahmin. Can you, Prabhupada, can you just do one me favor? Just go down, go back to the verse. You just copy this Jnanam cha Satyam cha Dhamma and then paste in the search and you will go to the CC, and there the translation is there. So these are the 12 qualities of the Brahman. I gave a class on this, what the difference between the Brahmana and the Vaishnava. Got it? Yeah. No, this is the same. Go down to the CC. Yeah? You do the CC, you will know that I think it's Samo. What is that? CC what? Exact verse is there in the CC,
Word.
Huh?
Sanskrit is not there. CC, I cannot see.
I'll take it out now.
Which is there only in this verse.
One more Yanamcha is there. It says here.
Ah?
There's one more Yanamcha is there. That is Vasudeva Bhagavati is there.
In the CC, the translation is given, is it? The translation so that you can understand the translation of the verse, you know. Okay, got it. 2059. Go to 2059. All right, see here, go down to purport. So the Brahmin has got 12 qualities. A Brahmana must be perfectly religious, he must be truthful, he must be able to control his sense, he must execute severe austerity, and he must be detached, humble, and tolerant. He must not envy anyone, and he must be expert in performing sacrifices and giving whatever he has in charity. He must be fixed in devotional service and expert in knowledge of the Vedas. These are the 12 qualifications of the Brahmana. So it is 2059. So take note now, next time. So now, what is the difference between the Brahmana and the Vaishnava? What the difference? So here, in 5, 18, 12, go down to the purport right below. Last paragraph. So here, you see here, go up. So the Vaishnava got 26 good qualities. Brahmana got how many? Vaishnava got how much? Actually here it says 26. In the Bhagavatam, in the 11th canto, the 28. You know? So here we will go to there, okay? We will go to 11, 19, I think. That means 19. Let me find out that I'm not there. No. Give me a minute. There are 28 qualities I explained, Yeah. 11, 11, 29, 32. So here you see the 28 qualities of the Vaishnava is explained here. Right? First quality is that a saintly person is merciful, kripalu, and he never injures others. Even if others are aggressive, he is tolerant and forgiving toward all living entities. His strength. Can you just go to the purport? Okay, okay, here. Number 1, kripalu. A devotee is what? Very tolerant. And kripalu also means very forgiving. Merciful. Next quality. Akrita droha. Even if someone is offensive to a devotee, devotee does not become offensive in return. Understand this? Next quality. I am going very fast. You can write down this verse and you can go and read the whole thing. Titikshu. Titikshu means devotee forgives and forgets. Forgives and forgets. Next. Satya Sara. So he always remembers he is a eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of God. Satya Sara. Next. Anavadhyatma. Anavadhyatma. A devotee knows that the material world is temporary, phantasmagoria, and therefore does not envy anyone in any material situation. He never tries to agitate others or criticize them unnecessarily. Okay? Next quality, sama. He remains steady and equal in material happiness or distress. Samam. Samam, no. Maintain his equilibrium. Next, sarvo upakaraka. Sarva upakaraka. Neglecting one's selfish desire and working for the satisfaction of others is called paro upakara. That means what? Preaching Krishna consciousness. Next, kama ahata, D. Ordinary persons see all material things object for their personal gratification and thus try to acquire or control them. So ultimately, a man wants to possess a woman and enjoy sex gratification with her. The Supreme Lord supplies the desired fuel that causes the fire of lust to burn painfully in one's heart. But Lord does not give self-realization to such a misguided person. Lord Krishna is transcendental and neutral, but if one is eager to exploit the Lord's creation, the Lord gives one facility through Maya, and one becomes cheated of real happiness by extending himself in the false role of a great and lasting enjoyer of the world. On the other hand, one who has taken full shelter of Krishna is enriched with perfect knowledge and bliss, is not cheated by the seductive appearance of the material world. In other words, a devotee is free from karma. Free from? Next. Danta. Sama, Dhamma. Sama means controlling the mind, Dhamma controlling the senses. Next. Mridu. Taken shelter of the Lord Krishna does not consider anyone his enemy or anyone is his friend. See, everybody at next. Suchi is very clean. Huh? Suchi means very clean. Next, Ankinchana. Ankinchana means what? No material possession. That means it got no, materially is what? Zero. Next, Aniha. A devotee never acts on his own behalf, but rather for the service of the Lord. Devotee is always doing service for the, if the Lord is pleased, yeah, he will do. For himself, Mitta book. A devotee accepts material sense only as far as necessary to keep himself healthy and fit. So I guess he's explaining. Next, Santa, very peaceful. Next, Stira, fixed up. Fearful or impatient is first Stira, he become fixed. Mat Sharana, this is very important verse, 17. A devotee does not take pleasure in anything except serving Lord Krishna only. Sarva dharma parityaja mam ekam sharanam vrija. Next, Muni, very thoughtful. Next, Apramata, one who forgets the Lord is crazy, but the devotee is pramata, crazy. Apramata means is not crazy. Gabiratma is always in Krishna consciousness. Next, Dhira, Dirtiman, controlling the urges of the tongue and genitals. That we have discussed many times in the nectar of instruction. Vacho Vegam Manaso. Next one, Amani. A devotee has not what is Jita Sat Guna. Because he is a devotee, they look always youthful. Devotees don't look like what? Haggard or they are always, because they conquer this. Next, Amani. What is this Amani? You know that well, Tanada api sunichena, Taru api saisuna, Amana. Amana means you got no false pride. Amani. Next, Manada. So he is always respectfully offering obeisance to all. Next, Kalya. Is good. He is a good preacher. Next, Maitreya. He does not cheat anyone by encouraging them bodily concept of life. He's a real friend. Maitreya is a real friend. Next, Karunekaha. Very merciful. Karunekaha. Next, Kavi. He is very expert. So these are the 28 qualities. Can you go up? Can you go to the front, back to the top? So, can you go 28 qualities, and the most important, just now I told you that 17 ones, Mat Sharana, or taking complete shelter, Lord Krishna is the most important. So now you see the difference between an ordinary Brahmana and the Brahmana. You can only get the most 12 qualities. And they become very puffed up. No? Yeah? This Brahman, this guy, very puffed up. Because they think they are very pure. Yes? But you see the devotee, how many qualities they yeah? You understand? And the Brahmana, he has got all the quality also. He cannot purify himself. Okay? Go 7, 9, 10. What is the time now? What is going on? Huh?
9:40.
I cannot stop talking. This is my disease. You see, we are learning about demigods, and we are learning now about devotees. Huh? Correct? See here, if a Brahmana has all 12 of the Brahminic qualifications, they are stated in the book called Sanat Suchata, but he is not a devotee and averse to the lotus feet of the Lord. He is certainly lower than a devotee who is a dog eater but who has dedicated everything, mind, words, activity, wealth, and life to the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee is better than such a Brahmana because the devotee can purify the whole world. Devotee can purify his whole family, whereas the so-called Brahmana in a position of false prestige cannot purify even himself.